here's the deal, before we get into the married, before we get into the changes, let's talk about the core. So let's forget about being married. Let's say that there's two single people, and they each have identical earnings record for the purposes of Social Security. All right? And let's call them Mr. Blue and Mr. Red. And Mr. Blue, who's retired at age 62, says, you know something? I want to take my Social Security right now. Now, in order to have an effective comparison of Mr. Blue and Mr. Red, I can't have Mr. Blue spend his money that he's getting from Social Security. So I'm going to have him save that money. And I'm going to have him invest that money at 4%. So he's collecting money from Social Security, and he's investing that money at 6%. He's not spending it, and you see the projection of his savings over time, all right, which is in blue. Now, Mr. Red says, hey, you know something? Yes, it's true if I hold off until 70 to collect my Social Security, I won't have anything until I'm 70, but when I'm 70, I'm going to get a substantially more in Social Security, and we're going to drill down and see how much more, but I'm going to get substantially more, and eventually I will catch up to Mr. Blue and then surpass him, and if I live long enough, I'll have a lot more money. All right, so when is this crossover point? And depending on, you can change the crossover point depending on the assumptions that you made. But at least with the assumptions that I have here, it's age 82. I'd change the assumptions a little bit. I can maybe make it age 84 or 81 or something like that. But most people would accept that that's somewhere around the ballpark. So the first time I had the Social Security show, I had a guy named Larry Kotlikoff, who, brilliant economist, by the way, at the University of Boston. And I'm going through this analysis with him, and I kind of showed him what I had done and where I was. This is live, right on the radio. He says, Lange, you have it all wrong. Huh? What's the matter? Okay, I used 4%. Did you want me to use 3%? Okay, show me my issue. What did I do wrong? And he said, no, the whole concept's wrong. I thought, well, what's wrong with the concept? That, you know, I have to have you save it, otherwise it's not apples to apples. And he said, no. He said, quit thinking like an actuary. Because the way my premise was, well, if you're not going to make it to age 82, let's say, you know, there's something in your family history, or, you know, you had a genetic problem, or let's say you didn't know and you just kind of wanted to have the certainty of making sure that you got that money. And that's what a lot of people would say. No, well, I'm not sure. I don't trust Obama. I don't trust the Republicans. I don't trust anybody. I just want to get the money. All right? So they would have, let's say, a bias towards taking it early. All right? And I thought I was just presenting objective mathematical information. And he said, no. He said, quit thinking like an actuary, think like an economist. If you are single, and I'll get to the married part later, if you are single and you die early, you're dead. You don't have any more problems because you're dead. You should not fear dying for financial planning purposes. What you should fear is living a long time. And of course, he's right. He's right. He gets it. If we die early, we're dead. We don't have a financial problem. Our problem comes if we live a long time and we outlive our income. So his thing is protect your older ages, protect your income for the rest of your life. Now, yes, the math is right, and in this case, there's maybe a $600,000 difference if you live till, say, age 95. But more importantly than having that, quote, extra $600,000 is that you're guaranteeing yourself a higher income for the rest of your life. And isn't that the goal? Isn't that the goal? There is an insurance product, and you can relax, I'm not trying to sell insurance, but there is an insurance product that in effect is like longevity insurance. So let's say you're 65 years old and you figure you have enough money to last till age 85, but you're worried about what happens from age 85 on. So you plunk down $100,000, you buy some longevity insurance, and how does it work? You don't get anything until you're age 85. If you die before age 85, poof, the money goes away. But if you make it to age 85, you get $100,000 a year for the rest of your life. Okay? And the insurance company uses certain assumptions with regards to longevity and interest rates, etc. Well, holding off on Social Security is a little bit like buying longevity insurance, but at much, 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 much better rates than any insurance company will give you. So my starting point is, don't think of it like this break-even analysis. Think of it as insurance to protect your income for the rest of your life. Okay? Does everybody get that? Because that really eludes a lot of people, and I can't tell you how many people will start taking Social Security at 62 not thinking like this. Now, here's the other argument that I've heard. Jim, this is the only income I have. I'm retired I'm age 62, and yes, it's nice for Mr. Red to hold off till he's 70, but that means by definition he has a portfolio that he can tap into in order to meet his living expenses so he doesn't have to take his Social Security. But gee, Jim, I don't have that portfolio, so I have to start taking it at Social Security. By the way, I don't really get that very often in real life because the people that come to me are usually more prudent. But if somebody came to me when they were 61 years old, they told me that that was their plan, this is what I would tell them. You don't have enough money to retire. You have to keep working. Now, it's very sad, and it's happening all over, and it's actually happening in our state right now. Consolidated Coal is closing some mines in Greene County, and there are going to be people in their 50s who are going to be laid off, and they're probably not going to get a job, and they're going to probably have to start taking it at 62. But my advice to them would be, as difficult as it is, go try to get another job because you don't have enough money. If you're counting on Social Security and you're taking it at 62, that's a pretty hard way to spend the rest of your life. But do you understand the concept here that think like an economist? If we die early, we're dead. We don't fear dying early for financial purposes. What we fear is living a long time.